pick it up, step it to the top of the mat for a chair with a twist. Or inhale. And as you exhale, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your feet to the back of the mat. Hi, welcome to another session of Yoga with Deena. I'll see you on the mat. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I realize I've been gone for a while. I've gotten so busy with running the studio with my partner and in my day job, and there's been some travel. I just have been feeling really busy. So I decided to come back from here, not from the studio. At the studio, I'm just there for a limited amount of time. I can always do yoga from here, from home. So it's hopefully the same for you, that you can always find yourselves on your mat at home. So you can practice, roll it out at any time. So I'm just gonna do a little practice here of something that I've been teaching lately that I really like. This little sequence. Make sure you have your blocks. Looks like I got a little bit of sun outside today. Okay. So grab your blocks, and also I just got a new piercing here and one up here. I'm really obsessed with my little ear piercings. Anyway, they're super cute. I like them. I just have to be cognizant of not touching my ears all the time while they heal. So that's that. Also grab your water. Stay hydrated. Getting pretty warm in where I live, so in the Boston area, so grab your water. Okay, let's get started. Placing your blocks at the top of the mat, simply begin to come into your downward facing dog. As you come into your first downward dog of the day, maybe you pedal out your feet, maybe you bend your knees, move through this little ocean wave, where you bend your knees, move through the ocean wave. If you've not done any movement yet today, take a moment to come into tabletop and move through a few rounds of cat-cow. It depends on whether you're practicing first thing in the morning, whether you're practicing at night. You're always moving with your breath. And perhaps this is where you begin to move and breathe with an ujjayi breath, which is like fogging up the window with your mouth closed. Move forward on your inhale and back on your exhale. Forward and back. One more time, forward and back. Back to a neutral tabletop. Bring your forearms down to the ground. Interlace your hands, walk your elbows a little bit closer, then shoulder width apart, tuck your toes under, push up and back as you come into your first dolphin. Walking your feet in towards your elbows, maybe you slightly bend your knees, send your hips up towards the ceiling. Maybe you walk your feet in a little bit closer towards your elbows. Imagine that you're trying to take a chair pose, but you're actually on your forearms. So this is a similar shape to chair pose, but we're just not standing up. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your feet to the back of the mat as you come into your plank on the forearms. Your shoulders are stacked over your elbows. Walk your feet forward if they're not. Slightly tilt your pelvis down and send your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. So don't have a sort of a duck butt here. Instead, you're sending your pelvis up. Your hips are almost shoulder height if you can see where that lands you. Don't hold your breath. Breathe with me. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, come back to dolphin. Walk, 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 walk those feet back into dolphin. Maybe shake your head. No, no, no. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, plant one hand on the ground and the other as you come into downward facing dog. Nicely done. Nice little warm up there. Continuing to breathe with your Ujjayi breath. And your next inhale, float your right foot up towards the ceiling. Step your foot by your right thumb. Bring your left knee down, untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneya Asana, low lunge. As you come into your low lunge, see if you can glance up as you spin your biceps in towards one another. Firm your triceps on the outside. If this hurts your knee, you can put a blanket under the knee. We're not here for too much longer. Take an inhale, glance up. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Now you can tuck the toes under of your left foot, float that left knee off the ground, nice and long. Maybe you open up your wings, right hand comes towards the ceiling, left towards the ground. Maybe it's on a block. If you smile, it makes it easier. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, take your back foot, pick it up, step it to the top of the mat for a chair with a twist. One more inhale. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. As you, with your next inhale, slowly come all the way to the top. Utthita Hastasana. Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, hands by your sides. Go straight to downward facing dog. Float your left foot up towards the ceiling. Step your foot by your left thumb. Bring your right knee down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Touch your palms. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Right elbow comes on the outside of your left knee. Tuck the toes under of your right foot. Float that right knee off the ground. Maybe you open up your wings. One more inhale. And as you exhale, pick up your back foot, step it to the top of the mat. Your big toes touch, heels slightly apart. See if you can sit down a little bit lower. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way to the top. Utthita Hastasana. Tadasana. Now as you come into your first Tadasana of today, see if you can allow your feet to be about hip width apart. We'll move through one round of Surya Namaskar A. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Allow your palms to face forward. See if you can have a nice and neutral pelvis so it's not completely forward and it's not back, so you're not trying to have a duck butt, but it's a nice neutral pelvis. Duck butt is a technical term we use. So you're trying to get everything to be in line. So my pants have this sort of line down the middle, so you're trying to get your hips to be in line with the imaginary, where you can see the sort of the midline of your body would be. Bring your hands in front of your heart, your palms touch. Bring your hands in front of your heart, your palms touch. As you inhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. As you touch your palms, inhale, reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, flat back, hands on shins. Exhale, bend your knees, hands by your sides. Step to plank, hold your plank. Your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Walk your feet forward if you need to. Send your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, lower halfway to chaturanga. Flip your feet. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing. The only things that are touching are your hands, the tops of your feet. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing. Float your right foot up towards the ceiling. Step your foot by your right thumb. Bring your left knee down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Maybe tuck the toes under of your right foot. Straightening out that knee. Maybe you open up those wings. Left hand to the ground. Right hand to the ceiling. Sending that left heel towards the back of the mat. Nice and strong. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, pick up your back foot, step it to the top of the mat. Chair with a twist. See if you can sit down a little bit lower. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Slightly bend those knees. Inhale, come all the way to the top. Utthita Hastasana. Tadasana. We go again. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, folds you down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees. Hands by your sides. Step to plank. Hold your plank. Shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Walk your feet forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway to chaturanga. Flip those feet. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Float your left foot up towards the ceiling. Step your foot by your left thumb. Bring your right knee down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. As you exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Tuck the toes under of your right foot. Float that right knee off the ground. Maybe you open up those wings. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, pick up your back foot. Step it to the top of the mat for a chair with a twist. One more inhale. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way to the top. Utthita Hastasana. Tadasana. One more time, coming to the top of your mat. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, Utkatasana or chair. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Left elbow on the outside of your right knee. And this time, you're going to come onto the balls of your feet. See if you can squat down. And now you place your hands on the outside of your right knee. So your hands are about shoulder width apart. So what I'm going to do is just place them here. And then as you bend into your elbows, begin to lean forward. So as you lean forward, bending at the elbows, I invite you to take this journey with me to side crow. If you prefer not to come here, that's fine too. This is just your Parvita Bakasana, revolved crow. So beginning to lean forward. If I'm wrong on that, I'll correct it down below, but beginning to lean forward. Making sure you bend your elbows in Chaturanga. And as you do that, your 2 feet become one, and they go to the side. Okay, so we'll do that again. Your hands, your wrists are below your shoulders. As you set up, you're going to bend. See if you can glue these knees together. So these knees, your knees, my knees, imagine you're gluing them together so they're going to move together. You lean forward, bending your arms in Chaturanga and float your legs up. And when you're ready, you come on out. And let's take a Malasana or Yogic squat. Malasana, your feet are about mat width apart. See if you can come into Malasana first, and then add your elbows inside your knees. See if you can sit up nice and tall. You can close your eyes. If your heels are high off the ground, you can slide your folded mat under your heels. Maybe a blanket or a block. Maybe a blanket or a block. And as you exhale, come back to this space. Bring your hands in front of you. As you come all the way up, straighten up your knees, heel to your feet back together, big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way to the top. Utthita Hastasana. Tadasana. Final side. Here we go. You got this. All right, fixing your clothes however you might need to. Here we go. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, Utkatasana or chair. Bring your hands in front of your heart. This time your right elbow comes on the outside of your left knee. So you're twisting to the left. And then begin to bend those knees, float your heels off the ground, and bring your hands to the ground. Now for me, this is my non-dominant side, and perhaps for you as well. Maybe this is your dominant. Check it out. It might feel very different than the first. So when you set up, your hands are on the ground. It's about a 90-degree angle to your knees, wrists below your shoulders. You begin to bend those elbows. So make sure your right elbow is providing that little ledge. Your two legs become one, your two knees glued together, and you float your legs up. When you're ready, you come on out, and you can come through one more Malasana, whatever you choose to do. It should get your heart going. And when you're ready, finish out your practice, perhaps by doing legs up the wall, perhaps an inversion, and then do a Shavasana. That is my recommendation always. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Namaste. Namaste.